Welcome back to Racing to Win. Happy Valley on Wednesday night, the 8-race card. We've seen race number 6 before the break. We roll on to the last now. Another good race this. It's the Speedy Handicap. It certainly should be that. And it's a Class 3 over the 1,200 metres. Flying Ace has his first start since March. He's 4 for 4. Drops of God's been a little unlucky a couple of times. Smart Ideas placed 2 from 2 first up. Decrypt has his second run for Pierre Ugno. Beauty carries an extra £4 on his last start win, but goes from gate 1 out to gate 12. Newcomers, Master Tornado the 7 was Chateau New for Mick Price and Michael Kent Jr. Telecom Spirit was Overman for Team Hawks. He went over the 1,300 at Rose Hill. Gallant Waking comes up in class. Super Eagle has the hood going on. And co-partner Fion has had a stable change. Has moved from Chris So to Jamie Richards, who's given him 2 trials and also added hood and a pacifier with co-partner Fion. So that's a look at the last as far as the starters list goes. What about the speed map, Nick?
Well, when you've got Wine and Wine in the race, you know where the speed's going to come from. He should jump and run. That's what he usually does. He's drawn in 5, so he's not in a bad spot, really, sort of middle of the line there. Yo Beauty can show plenty of pace. And Decrypt, well, he's been a little bit closer from time to time. His form here is certainly not quite on par with his form at Shartin. And Drops of God, another one who's drawn well. I don't think he'll be too far off the speed, but with a couple of newcomers in the race, Paul, does make things a bit interesting for the speed map.
Yeah, they haven't really shown too much speed. Master Tornado likely to go back, and Telecom Spirit's probably got the best gate speed of the two of them, but I think Master Tornado is probably the best settled in better of the two.
Flying Ace buried on the rail. Obviously, that's where he's raced best so far at the moment, but he's going to have some traffic in front of him, Nick.
He is. Look, you know, and that's the way the race, I think, is going to pan out for him. So he'll need plenty of luck. But he did when he went on debut, didn't he? He sort of weaved a passage, and he's got that speed that allows him to take gaps perhaps quicker than some.
He's only won the 4 races from 4, but he's come from impossible positions, I think, a couple of times. So, look, I'm not too worried about where he's going to settle.
And he has been to Happy Valley before. That's where he won his first race at. But we're going to focus on Gallant Waking right now. He comes up in grade after his last start victory, and his trainer is Francis Loy.
Francis, Gallant Waking runs on Wednesday night. That was a nice win from him last time. And how's he been since that performance, Francis? Obviously, the win, it was a very good ride from Vincent. He timed it well. Have you been happy with the horse since he won?
Yes, I think, you know, his condition just keep improve. Yeah, that's why he can win a race. And
he's coming up in grade on Wednesday night. Have you got any concerns with him stepping up to stronger company?
Hopefully he can, but hard to say. I think we will see his next run.
He wasn't long gelded. He did win as a colt on his debut. Was he a horse that always suggested that he might just need that gelding operation to improve him?
Actually, you know, he ran his first run. You know, he's a colt when run his first run. We can't decide to geld him. But after a few runs and. He seems to struggle. That's why we decided to geld him. But after gelding, he seems more concentrated and can perform. You know?
He's got barrier number 9, Francis. I mean, the way he ran home last time, do you see that as sort of being a little bit of a sort of a sticky draw for him, or are you sort of happy where he is?
I think a little bit tricky, and all depends on the. I hope he can have a fast pace.
This morning you trialled Golden 60. You're very proudly sporting the jacket as well.
Yeah, thank you.
Were you happy with his trial? He looked to trial really nicely.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. And even after the trial, Vincent also happy with him.
And this morning, obviously, just a process of going through the gears with him. What will he do between now and his first run of the season? Will he have another trial?
I think so. Before the trial, maybe give him a third trial.
You would have been obviously a very much interested viewer on what happened on the weekend. California Spangle obviously winning again. It's going to be a great matchup, isn't it, between your horse and Tony's horse? Is that something that you get excited about?
Yeah, of course. He's a good horse. You know, he's young and up and coming horse, and I also looking forward to have a race with him.
There he is, Francis Lloyd, trainer of Golden 60. What we didn't see there, Nick, it was a really windy morning out at Sha Tin today. He swung around, got rid of Vincent, and even a laid-back guy like Francis. Surely his heart skipped a beat then, but they're all okay.
Yeah, thankfully they're all okay. And like you say, he's a very cool customer, isn't he, Francis Lloyd? But horse looked the trial really well. He's
changed the trial routine, hasn't he, Paul? He used to run last and be way out the back. Now he comes and wins those trials.
He does. He's sort of maybe just as a bit older, he just sort of a little bit on his game, a little bit more. He sort of knows what's happening on the racetrack. So very nice trial from him.
We move on now back to race number 8 and our focus at Happy Valley and Drops of God here, Paul. He was unlucky 2 starts ago. He was held up a touch here with the top weight, but in the end had his chance to finish a bit closer.
He did. Look, it's not a bad form race. Adios is not a bad horse. That one did win the race. So, look, he's racing pretty well at the moment. He's going to get an opportunity once again. Barrier number 2, Zach sticks with him as well. So, look, he's definitely has to go in.
His second 2 starts ago behind Street Scream. He's now a dual Class 3 winner as well. So the form is good, but I just thought he looked a little bit one pace there.
Decrypt hasn't been with Pierrong for too long. Nicky's had a couple of starts, in fact one for him. This was the 3rd behind Eremo. The concern with the grey is his record at Happy Valley, surely.
Yeah, it's atrocious. He's had 5 runs and they've all been very disappointing. So that's something that is certainly going to play against him. But he's drawn well. He's got a couple of pounds more to carry. But at least he's racing a bit more consistently now, Paul.
Yeah, he did. Look, he had his first start for Pierrong and he raced a little bit handier. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did put him into the race a little bit closer. But yeah, as you say, that Happy Valley record, it leaves a little bit to be desired. 5-zip.
It does. This horse broke through last time, start number 21 it was. He'd been very consistent leading up to that, but he's drawn out in barrier number 12 and carries an extra 4 pounds. The horse is Yo Beauty, Paul.
Yeah, that's the query, isn't it? He drew barrier number 1 here, got the perfect run, was really well ridden here by Alexi Bedell, who does take the ride once again, but he's going to get his riding fee here from barrier 12.
Yeah, he's not from a couple second up as well, so I just wonder if maybe first up was the time to catch him, possibly.
We zip up to Chung Fa here, Nick. This is a smart idea. 2 starts first up for 2 placings. Harry Bentley knows the horse really well. He's a 4-time winner on him.
Yeah, Harry's got a super record on the horse, gets the best out of him. And this horse, I didn't mind this trial as well. He's done it comfortably enough. I don't think you can take too much from it, but it just proves that he's in pretty good form. 101 days since we last saw him on track, but he comes into it in good form, Paul.
Yeah, and look, he's been placed twice, second both times, fresh up. The trial was good. He's spent a bit of time up there in Chung Fa. Barrier 6, he should get himself into a nice position.
And here he is, Paul, Flying Ace. 4 starts, 4 wins, 4 trials. He's going to have to carry the highest weight he has ever carried to victory if he does win. But geez, exciting.
Isn't he? We haven't seen him for a while. He's had the knee surgery, but look, the trial looked very good. He's been an exciting horse, 4 from 4. And he does come from the back. He sort of makes his own luck, this horse. So, look, he's very... it's very hard to leave out. I think he can bounce back and win this.
Yeah, on his most recent run, Campione actually ran 4th. He obviously went on to win thereafter, so that form's taken an extra boost. And as you say, he's unbeaten, and the record really at the moment speaks for itself.
Matthew Poon knows him well. 4 rides for 4 wins. He's been on board for all of his wins as well. Matthew's rides for the night, Flying Ace, obviously the best of them. Outside of those, Nick, Happy Soul was good last time, but a few others might need some luck.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's fair. I mean, look, Igniting's obviously a horse that comes into it in form. The likes of Smoothies and Circuit 7 need to probably put their best 2 forward, but Flying Ace definitely the ace in the pack.
Yeah, definitely the standout there, isn't it? Flying Ace. Look, Happy Soul was a big run last time, missing the start.
He did, was a bit unlucky after that. Matthew off a treble a couple of weeks ago at Happy Valley as well. All right, Paul, do they beat Flying Ace or does he make it 5 for 5?
I think he's got a bit of X factor, this horse, so I think he can make it 5 from 5. Look, he's had that break, he's had the surgery, he's come back from it with no issues by the looks of things after winning that trial. So I can see no reason why he can't win again. He's in Class 3, and look, the way he's been going, you think he could easily be a Class 1 horse. So he's on top, Flying Ace. Smart idea in there for second. He's got a good fresh up record, this horse. Barrier number 6. Shouldn't be too far away at all and does love Happy Valley. Drops of God, he goes in there for 3rd. He's been running consistently the last couple. From a low barrier draw, he'll get his chance. And Gallop Wanking, it was a really good run from him last time, a nice win. Prior to that, he ran well. So the gelding has obviously worked for this horse. He's going nice enough, and he goes in there for 4. So round the top of the card, though, 1, 3, 2 and 9.
Yeah, going to take on the top weight here, Flying Ace, with Smart Idea. He's a horse who, as we've mentioned, goes very well fresh, and In fact, on his first up run last season, he ran second to a certain Cordyceps 6. So his form overall is pretty good, and he has got that good fresh record, and I think this race suits him well. Flying Ace in for second. Look, he's a very nice horse, clearly. 4 from 4. You've got to be pretty decent to do that. Returning from surgery, over 200 days off, but he does look the real deal. Gallant Waking goes in as well. Nice horse, up in grade here, and I've thrown Yo Beauty in to fill out a minor place there in my numbers 3, 1, 9 and 5.